Hello everyone. Making a perfect cup of tea is as important as choosing the right brand. Making tea is an art. In many countries, it's a ceremony. I'm going to show you today how to make that perfect cup by using black loose tea or leafy grades. Let's see what we require. You'll need fresh water, a kettle, good fresh tea leaves, a spoon, and a tea strainer if you don't have one already inside the teapot, a cup and a saucer, a clean, nice teapot, and some sugar or sweetener if you prefer. Make sure you use spring water or filtered water because we have very often seen in many countries the water contains lots of minerals and we call it hard water. Where such water can make a big difference in your final cup with a very unusual dark color. Also, impurities in water can have an effect in the final taste of your cup. Make sure that your water is fresh. The oxygen in water is very important. Already boiled water would have wasted a lot of those oxygen, which will not allow a proper brew and will end up with a very flat cup. So I have used some fresh filtered water here. Let's start boiling the water. While the water is boiling, let us look at another important fact. We recommend that you warm the teapot with some hot water because that would avoid taking any part of the heat from the boiling water that could undermine proper brewing at the end. So I had some hot boiling water inside already. Just swirl it around and pour it away. So now the teapot is ready and we need tea. I'm going to use tea from this beautifully crafted metal caddy which has Ceylon Black BOP1 tea from the Uva district. The amount of tea is as per your preference, but we traditionally say one for you and one for the pot. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. Now the water is boiled. Usually we recommend about 180 to 200 milliliters per person, but it's up to your preference. Since I'm going to do a cup of tea for me, I would pour only about 200 ml, but please make sure the amount of tea that you pour is according to that measurement. You close the lid and keep it for about 2 minutes. The color would have come out quickly, but the proper flavor and other properties of the tea leaves would require minimum of 5 minutes for it to be properly brewed. And we also recommend you to stir the tea after about 2 minutes so that the tea leaves will have enough brewing space. You close the lid and keep it for another 3 minutes. Now your tea is ready. You can transfer it using a strainer to a cup or a mug. You can either enjoy this beautiful cup straight black tea, or even you can add some sweetener or sugar. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the great cup of Basilur tea. Since now you know how to make a perfect cup of tea, let me leave a couple of important tips with you before I leave. Now you have made a good cup of tea. If you are looking at making the second cup or the third cup from black tea, never use already brewed tea leaves to make that second or the third cup. Always use fresh tea leaves and follow the same procedure that I've just explained to you. And another point, always use a fresh kettle of water, again for the same reasons that I've explained to you about the oxygen content in water. And never leave your teapot on a hot plate or on fire because your tea will be then cooking and you will end up with a very bitter cup of tea. And last but not the least, it's very important about the freshness of your tea leaves. Always close the container and store it properly and leave it away from sunlight or away from moisture. In this way, you will continue to make good cups of teas from your tea leaves. Thank you.